Hey, hello, welcome to the Old Time Frame channel. If this is your first time, we would really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe, to follow us in such informative videos about old paintings, and if you like such videos, please follow us often. A glimpse of Mediterranean Albania. In today's video, we travel back to the year 1857 to follow in the footsteps of one of England's most beloved 19th century artists and explorers, Edward Lear, as he paints the Albanian coast. The artwork titled Porto Tre Scoglie, Albania, which translates to Port of the Three Rocks, depicts a serene and untouched view of what is now known as Ksamil, near Butrint in southern Albania. But this is more than just a beautiful landscape. It's a window into a mysterious, unspoiled Albania, captured through the eyes of a foreign artist who fell in love with its dramatic coastlines, history, and nature. Edward Lear and his love for the Balkans. Edward Lear, 1812 to 1888, was a British artist, illustrator, writer, and poet, best known for his exquisite landscape paintings, and his playful nonsense poetry. A passionate traveler, Lear journeyed across the Mediterranean, the Balkans, the Middle East, and North Africa, capturing the essence of distant lands in his drawings and oil paintings. He often spent his winters in Corfu, which he adored. In the spring of 1857, he made a short trip from Corfu to a small coastal village then known as Tre Scoglie, now Ksamil. Lear had first visited this part of Albania in 1848 and had found it mesmerizing. The journey to Ksamil and Butrint. In his travel journal, Lear vividly described the trip. We set off on April 2 in Lushington's boat, the Midge, with George, my servant, the cooking box, my bed, drawing paper, and so on. Edwards brought his Maltese servant Filippo. We had a perfectly calm passage of only 3 hours and anchored in the little harbor of Tre Scoglie, spent the whole afternoon making drawings under tall blooming white heather, followed by a warm dinner and a peaceful night. Lear's companion on this trip was James Bevan Edwards, a young British officer who would later become a general and politician. His father, Samuel Price Edwards, was an avid patron of Lear's art. For Lear, this unexplored corner of Albania was a visual treasure, full of inspiration and calm. The painting, a dreamlike scene in oil. The painting Porto Tre Scoglie, Albania was created in oil on canvas, measuring 33 by 52.8 centimeters, 13 by 20 3/4 inches. Although relatively small in size, the painting is rich in atmosphere and detail. It captures a quiet bay, with crystal clear waters and 3 distinctive rocks, still visible today off the coast of Ksamil. There are no buildings, no roads, no people, just pure, untouched nature. It's a dreamlike Mediterranean scene, where land, sea, and sky melt into a tranquil horizon. Butrint and the archaeological importance of the region. Not far from where Lear anchored lies Butrint, one of Albania's most important archaeological sites. And though overgrown and largely unexplored at the time of Lear's visit, it had already begun to attract scholarly attention. Lear understood the cultural richness of the area and tried to reflect both the natural beauty and the ancient heritage of the region in his art and writings. Albania through Lear's eyes. Lear's first journey to Albania took place in 1848, lasting from September to November. He was deeply impressed by the landscape, the architecture, and the people. He wrote, "Here you have majestic cliff-bound shores, castle-crowned heights, gloomy fortresses, palaces glittering with gilding and paint, mountain passes like those in snowy Switzerland, deep bays and blue seas with calm isles resting on the horizon, meadows, grassy hills, monasteries and villages, olive-covered slopes, snow-capped peaks, and with all this, a stunning variety of costumes and dramatic scenes that bewilder and delight the artist at every step." These impressions were published in his book Journals of a Landscape Painter in Albania, 1851. Which remains one of the earliest and most poetic travel accounts of 19th century Albania. Curiosities and legacy. Lear was not only a landscape painter, he was also the author of nonsense poems like The Owl and the Pussycat, combining art and humor in a unique way. Porto Tre Scoglie is one of the few preserved visual records of Ksamil from the 1800s, long before it became a tourist destination. The exact location of the painting has been identified thanks to Lear's journals and the distinctive geography of the area. The painting was once part of a private collection and has been included in exhibitions on British Romantic landscape art. The specific artwork Porto Tre Scoglie, Albania by Edward Lear, oil on canvas, 33 by 52.8 centimeters, painted in April 1857 during his journey to modern-day Ksamil, is currently held in a private collection, descending from the Dayton International Collection. It was last exhibited in a Sotheby's sale in London as part of a 2004 exhibition curated by John Dayton, currently with the family's heirs. Quick facts context: Lear painted this scene in April 1857, calling Ksamil Tre Scoglie, Italian for three rocks, and based it on sketches made during a calm spring crossing from Corfu. The artwork appeared at Sotheby's London in 2013, Lot 191, and was described as a watercolor over pencil with body color. Dated 1862, measuring 170 by 360 mm, provenance includes Agnews, London, and John, Lord Dayton, 1922 to 2003, after which it passed to his descendants. Where to see it? Currently, the piece is not on public display, but remains within a private collection. It has been shown in curated exhibitions, most recently in the 2004 Edward Lear exhibit, Sotheby's, London, featuring works from the Dayton collection. Why this matters: it's a rare 19th-century visual record of Ksamil, painted long before its transformation into a tourist destination, part of a key body of Lear's Balkan works. This piece reflects his deep engagement with southern Albania's color, light, and landscape. Being privately held, it may infrequently appear in public exhibitions, making its showings especially notable for collectors and historians. Conclusion: Albania in light and color, the painting Porto Tre Scoglie, Albania is more than a landscape, it's a testament to the natural beauty and timeless spirit of southern Albania, seen through the eyes of an artist who understood the poetry of place. Edward Lear did not see Albania as distant or savage, but as a Mediterranean jewel, filled with wild harmony and silent dignity. His work is a powerful reminder that art can preserve moments that history often forgets, immortalizing them in light, form, and color. Thank you for being with us on this journey. I remind you not to forget to subscribe and like. See you next time. Thank you.